Hello. Today, me and my friend decided what would Left 4 Dead be like if you didn't use guns? We all know that guns are a really pivotal part of the game. So, let's say we check them out. I've never done a challenge like this or a challenge at all, but I felt I wanted to try. Some of my favorite YouTubers are challenge YouTubers. So here we go. But this is a good time to go over the rules for the playthrough. First rule is that we cannot use guns at any time aside from encounters with witches or tanks, because I really don't know of a way that you can take down a witch or a tank with a melee weapon since they one-shot down you and one-shot kill you. So we'll be using guns with witches and tanks. Also, we will be we and my friend, we'll each have 3 chances to use a gun if we're in deep trouble. For me, that didn't go too well because I accidentally flubbed them all with misclicks, but whatever. So, as you can see, we just moved through the greenhouse of dead air with the crowbars. We each found a crowbar. And you can see here we found that it was very easy. Everything's pretty much a one-shot. All the regular zombies and some of the special infected were in fact one-shots. As we moved through the rooftops, we found that the zombies are really no threat. However, the nature of the crowbar is that it's kind of a slow melee weapon, so once we found bigger crowds of zombies, we would need to utilize faster melee weapons. As you can see there, even chargers are like a one-hit or a two-hit. So, this challenge wasn't going to be much of a challenge, I guess you could say. However, this is just our first challenge together that we've ever done. So I found that maybe we should start off a little bit easier and then go on to harder things as we go on. Next challenge I was thinking of doing was Left 4 Dead without any meds. Maybe some of you can comment down there if you watch this video to see if you really want to see us do Left 4 Dead with no meds. I'm open to anything, any games, as long as they're co-op survival, because that's really the niche of this channel. Because I really haven't seen any other channels do something like this. Alright, as we moved into the apartment building, this is one of the easier parts, although it was quite tedious because of the length of the course here. As you can see, we were doing a little bit of a funny with the bathroom door. Not much to see there. As we move through, though, it's very monotonous, this challenge, because it's like one-hit zombies over and over again, and then, you get knocked down by a charger or whatever. But you can basically see that, it was nothing that we couldn't handle. As you can see, even the special infecteds like that spitter there went down in one hit. This was really a far easier challenge than I anticipated. I feel as if I should take this time to quantify with what without any guns means. We'll just be using everything that's not guns, so we can use Molotovs, bio bombs, pipe bombs, just nothing that's not a gun. However, we can use the pistol in the down state, and you'll see that later on in the video. Here you can see us putzing around and really having 36 IQ while not knowing where to go, even though the direction was right in front of our faces. But eventually we found the way to go and went down to the next part of the apartment complex. I also found a golf club. And yes, it did in fact occur to me late in the playthrough that we didn't remove the bots and they had guns. And while the bots used guns, we did not use guns once aside from tank and witch encounters, as well as the 3 pickle moments, which are actually, the parts where we were in trouble, or I misclicked, in my case. Don't ask me why I thought it would be a good idea to throw fire right onto my friend. I seriously don't have an answer for you, so I just had to sit there and watch him burn. As you can see, we real Lewis gang in this channel. Shout out to all my Lewis players out there. This is one of those moments where we had to use all our willpower combined to not hit the car. After being disappointed the lack of a samurai sword and accepting a measly cricket bat instead, we stocked up and pressed on. We're gonna take a little intermission here to please ask you to subscribe. I know the person watching this, because I know myself. You're maybe a little bit, you're like, just do it. I've just done it, and that's been some of my favorite YouTubers of the ones I've just subbed on the go. I'm talking on the go even right now. Using my new cricket bat, I dealt with the zombies in the next area. They were a little trickier, but it was nothing I hadn't already dealt with. My friend also got my old golf club. The cricket bat really wasn't any better than the golf club, but I still picked it up. A little bit of platforming was in order. This part was not unlike the apartment complex in the first part. I grabbed a combat shotgun because I knew there was going to be a tank ahead. We spent the next few minutes purging the rooms of old zombies. This is the moment where a major annoyance in the run-through came up. Boomers. You can't get really close to them, so I used one of my pickle moments. In retrospect, kind of a waste. This is where the first horde fight moment appeared. It was not really a challenge, as you'll see. Also, we can use our guns to shoot the gas cans, so don't go on me about, you can't use the guns to shoot the gas cans. I can. I will. And I did. In preparation of the horde fight, I set some traps. In preparation, I lit the gas cans and prepared to fight the horde. At this moment, we lit the second gas can. Hunters would also become an issue due to them pouncing on you almost instantly and not being able to hit them. Don't ask me what we were doing here. We all ADD'd a little bit, even the bots. I climbed up the shipping container and began taking out zombies. This run had real unstoppable force versus a movable object vibes. As I said, boomers were really annoying. I should probably mention that this entire run except the last one was done on medium. The reason we changed the last one to easy is because we failed 2 times at the last part of the final area, so we just changed to easy because we were getting angry. ADDing around the map is a common theme this run. I realize now while editing this that if you look closely you can see that Lewis threw himself off the side of the building to avoid dealing with our hijinks. He did not realize, however, that he's cursed for eternity to live in this game, and escaping our hijinks just isn't possible. Melee weapons were actually a lot more scarce than they usually are. I think this because God was punishing us for what we had done. Since we heard a tank was near, we were about to engage in the horrid act of using firearms. Children look away because we were about to use guns. This is the moment where I realized that it's futile to try to take down a tank with anything but a gun. You can see here that I tried to use the cricket bat a little bit, but I just got knocked on my booty. This is definitely another Lewis gang moment. This was as convenient can be. There were 2 medkits right here, exactly when we needed them. You can see here my desperate search for a new melee weapon, as I was getting pretty bored of the cricket bat. I guess a pipe bomb would suffice instead for now. Of all the special infecteds in this run, the Charger was one of the least annoying. The way I hunted the zombies in this office, you'd think I worked here for 40 years without getting a raise. Of course, the only melee weapon I found was the one I already had and didn't want anymore. At this point, I had fully chosen violence and turned to chasing this smoker around the workplace. If you're wondering why I looked in every room, I was in a desperate search for a katana, but I didn't find one until later. This was another instance of hunters just being annoying in general to deal with. No standing on the table, you little troglodytes. In retrospect, this was a little bit of a waste of a pipe bomb, but I don't care. It seemed worth it at the time. This is another instance of me not realizing how OP melee weapons can be. Hey there, in an effort to keep my sanity, I've cut this video into 2 parts. The first recording was 40 minutes alone, and I just decided to cut it in half. But if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching, part 2 is coming soon, and please subscribe.